Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. This week I'm going to use for the tarot part the Astromatrix Tarot, and astromatrix.org on the back here is where you check it out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish, and it's a Hay House product. So at the bottom there you can see the hayhouse.com if you're interested. Did I show the front of it? I hope I did. And for the dice, as always, I'm using the Dice Shop. Math Art Fun is where I got them. Hopefully you can read that if you want to. I use a 22-sided dice for the Major Arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, with a 4-sided dice choosing the element. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. That being said, let's get into your reading. Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Libra? Oh, that's interesting. So, the first thing I'm getting is something has not been very nice to you. Something has not been very nice to you, but like I got the Sun card. I got good cards coming. I'm really like we have to get into it, right? We got to get there. But if this reading is going to hit, it's already there. It's already an issue. Whatever it is already an issue. It's not new. Watching this reading is not making that happen. It's already there. And I feel like it's a social thing. When I was shuffling, the Two of Swords fell out, and then the Three of Cups kept showing up. And it's here in your reading, the Two of Swords, and the Three of Cups is showing up in the future. There's something about a social block is what I keep getting. Socially connected, social issues, people not wanting to work with you, people not wanting to let you know things or be a part of things, being ostracized a little bit. And, you know, it could be family, coworker, social, some other social connection. It does feel like it's social in some sense, where you're not really getting that connection. I get for some of you, if you do online stuff like social media, it may be that you're just not able to crack through the way you want to crack through. It has been an issue. And something like that has not been working. You haven't been treated well. You constantly get pushed back. I get the Seven of Wands, but I get that you're on the side of the wand. You're on the side of this card where you can't get in. Like something is pushing you back and going, no, Libra, we're not going to let you in here. No, Libra, it's not for you. And there's something, when I get the knowledge, like there's something you're not being told that you want. And I feel like I need to know that. It's not, this isn't right. This isn't right. I need to know that. I need to be a part of this situation. And people are not working with me. Again, this is already, if it's there, but good energy coming up, so there's a change. Things are going more favorable for you, but I feel like they're also saying we got to look at this a little closer to make sure we understand why it's going for you and how you can keep it going for you, or more likely seeing it for its truth will empower you in a way where you can actually make changes that you actually want long term versus things that may like just look good short term. Like if somebody makes something look good, like it's like kind of like seeing a plate of cupcakes. Like for right now, it would make me very happy. Long term, maybe I should eat something with a little bit more substance. Maybe I should eat something with a little bit more substance. You know what I'm saying? I want to go through the next section, but they're like, we have to talk about that. I don't know. I can't skip past this, but like, the stress and like, there's so many things around me. It's like I'm trying to understand why this isn't working. Why, for example, if this is a social connection, why are people so negative towards me? Why don't people want to give me a chance? And I feel like there's it's even when I think I know that I find out I'm like, wait, maybe I don't. Well, maybe it's no, maybe it's that, no, maybe it's not that. It's kind of like going back and forth. It's almost like I feel like, oh, it's that person. That person's talking bad about me. But then I'm finding out other people in the social group don't even like that person. So I'm like, well, it's probably not them then. So it's kind of like this other, maybe it's this thing. No, there are other people. No, it's not that either. I keep feeling like I'm trying to figure it out, and it's stressing me. If I could just figure out what the problem is, maybe I could correct it or do something different here. Right now, the block is still in effect. I feel like when you're watching this, it's more than likely still in effect. Granted, I'm aware that it depends on where you are during the situation. You could be in the past, the present, or the future I'm about to talk to. Let's see as we keep moving forward. I'm getting that there's a change going on here socially. Social change. There's a social change. I don't know. There's not... Something is changing socially, and it's going to open a better door for you. The situation is going to change. The situation itself is going to change. So if this was a work situation, for example, there's changes. There could be a reconstruction, reconfiguring. They're showing me something from my own past where a site I worked at, there was a location I worked at, and they decided that the departments that they had, they didn't want there anymore. So they were going to move one department out, and they were going to move, I think it was 3 different departments in. I don't know, something like that. So it's almost like there was a restructuring, like, you have 4 choices. Choose one of these other 3 departments that you would like to interview for, or, it was good knowing you. Bye-bye. I feel like that's what it was. I want to say it was 3 departments, or I don't know if that was over time or how it started off, but it changed. I know it kept changing. So it's almost like a restructuring in that sense. Now, when that happens, and it doesn't have to be a work thing, obviously, but something is restructuring, that creates a bit of discord for people. Because they got the 5 of Cups there, right? That 5 of Cups, like things are changing. People don't really seem to like it, but it's not the worst thing. And then we go into this other 2 of Cups energy afterwards. While people are not really happy with it, that seems to be your place to kind of calm the energy. Bring it down to a level moment. Not that you're all yippee-skippy about it, but maybe you are. Maybe you don't have a problem with it. I don't know. It depends on how you feel. I kind of feel like you're in the middle. Like, some of it good, some of it not. You're probably in the middle with that. This is your moment to calm the energy, help people feel more comfortable, help people feel more at peace with it. And then things can go better. And I also forget, this is where that acceptance starts coming in for you. So this whole change in your influence on people, and you're helping them bring their stress down, they like that. They warm up to you. And this could be a situation that's been going on for years for you. And you just finally get your chance to, like, show your value to them, and they finally accept it and allow you to show it. This is where they're going to start warming up to you. The changes are the changes. Whatever that means. Whatever the situation is for you, the changes are the changes. There's a lot of, like, things not being said here. I tend to think of Libra as being very skilled at reading between the lines, in the sense of, like, Libra knows it's not just about what's being verbally said. It's how it's said, it's when it's said, it's who it's said to, all that other stuff. There's a lot going on with this. And, body posture, all that stuff. I feel like you're going to pick up that there's more going on behind the scenes here. It may not be something you can prove right off the bat, but it's one of those things where clue, there's a clue, something's up, something's not quite right here, there's a lot of little clues going on here. You knowing that is going to put you in a position to kind of search out more, and you're going to get ahead of the game here. You're going to know things. Well, I don't think that's fair to say. You're going to be aware that there's more to come. You're going to be aware that there's more doors that need to open here. That's going to help you in, like, where do I position myself? How do I get other people in the right position so they can be okay? People are going to think you know things before you know things. because it's not really like a psychic thing. It's a deduction thing. Like you're figuring it out. You may not know exactly what's going to happen, but it's kind of like knowing that like over in this area with these couple people, there's going to be changes. You may not know exactly what the changes are, but you know something's up there. Something's going to go on over here. Because you're watching how people are acting and what they're saying. You're deducing it. You're figuring it out. I don't know. You might have psychic abilities. Libras can. There's no reason you can't. But I'm getting it's more like you're figuring it out. You're like, this makes sense. I see this. So take it with a grain of salt. You're going to see where you need to be, and you're going to help other people be in the right place at the right time, right? This is going to be a great moment. This is going to open those doors that you've been waiting to open for a while. It's kind of like finally, like a breath of fresh air, like finally people are giving me a chance. Finally people are listening to me. Finally people are seeing my value. Finally. It feels like that with this Sun card, like, all right, it's going where I need it to go. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, when this happens, it's a great moment, right? I don't want to cheat you out of it, of course. But they're like saying, be careful. Be careful. Be very, very, very well aware of why people like you in this moment. Be well aware. Because you know what? There may be reasons you want to be close to these people. You have very good reasons for what you want to do. That's great. But be aware of who they are and why they're being nice to you. Some people, and I'm sorry, but this is the truth, are only nice to you for what you can do for them. And they may help you down the road only if they think you're going to benefit them further later. And sometimes some of these people will only be there when you do something for them, and they don't really care if you need something. So be aware of these people. Take a closer look. There's going to be a lot of people that very much are very nice to you, very happy with you, and all that good stuff. You got to be a little bit, I don't say you don't got to know anything, obviously. It's a nice idea, might be something to consider here, to really kind of keep your eye on it. Why are they nice to you? Doesn't mean you can't enjoy these connections. Enjoy them as much as you want, as long as you see them and like keep an eye on them. Be aware of the people who are just kind of sneaking around here. Because there's some energy here that they're nice to you today, they may not be nice to you tomorrow. There's other people here that are loyal to you for different reasons. Be aware of the energy. Some people are just sneaking around and getting what they want, and you know you're your friend today. You're your friend. Today they're your friend. Tomorrow you're their scapegoat. Just be aware of it. You've probably seen them do this to other people. Don't think they won't do it to you too. You know what I'm saying? And there are other people here who I feel like are very consistent, and they might be loyal to these people who just kind of skip in and out when it serves them. Be aware of that too. They're trying to highlight this because maybe you don't realize that. Like, there's people here who are just like, they're loyal to a fault. They're good people, but they're loyal to a fault. You may see this person as just kind of getting what they want and they don't really care what happens to other people. Somebody else might be loyal to that. They do not want to see that version. They will not allow themselves to see that version. As long as you see the dynamic, as long as you see how this actually adds up, I feel like you'll be fine. You need to make sure that you protect yourself and be aware of the dynamics here. You do catch on anyway over time, but I feel like they're kind of like, they're trying to rush you. Not rush you, but they want you to kind of take the quick road on this one. Like, step back, really absorb how these people actually treat each other. Because when you're let on the inside and people are nicer to you, you're going to see other dimensions of people that you normally don't see of these people. And they're like, you know, instead of like slowly figuring it out over time, step back and just absorb it and figure it out fast. The sooner you get on point with that, the sooner you see how these dynamics actually work, you're going to realize, I could tell that King of Cups the truth about this Seven of Swords person, but they're going to backlash against me because even though I'm right, they're going to be mad that I said it because they are not willing to accept that reality. And instead of seeing the truth that I'm telling them, they're going to make me the bad guy instead of seeing the person who's doing what they're doing. Be aware of it. Be aware of it. You know what I mean? I feel like Libra's been through this before. Like, you've been through this before. They're like, before this happens, you don't have to go down that road. There's going to be like a balance that goes on with this. Libra is known for balance. That's like your symbol is the scales, not for nothing. There's a lot of dynamic energy going on here. Be conservative. When you first, especially in the beginning, and probably the whole time through on this situation, be conservative. Be very conservative. Be very careful. When you talk to these people, be very, very, very restricted. What's that other word? Just very, very careful about what you talk about. So if this is a work situation, be careful about what you say about other work people and about processes you're dealing with. Step back, let things sort out, see where other people are going, get an idea of the flavor before you say anything. Be very conservative. Keep them talking with other things like sports, animals, things outside. So if this is a work situation, talk about things that are not connected. Get them talking so you can understand their flavor and how they actually work. But be very, very careful and very conservative about when you bring anything to that connection. And try to keep it as neutral as possible. Because I'm getting like there's a lot that happens here. And there's a lot of dynamic energy. This energy, this King of Wands, 1 minute can be very helpful, the next minute can be very hurtful, is what I'm getting, whatever it is you're dealing with. Move slowly, move very cautiously, be very calculated, be very careful, be very careful. If you're able to do that, you can enjoy this and you can stay on the inside for a long time. This, I do feel like it's a very, it feels dog eat dog to me, I gotta be honest with you. It feels very fickle. It feels like, are you on my side? Because if you're not on my side, you're against me. It feels very like that. You're either with me or against me. It feels very much like that. Be careful of that. You can thrive in this. I feel like especially in the beginning, make sure you're extra conservative, extra careful. You know, see it for what it is. See how the dynamics work. Understand when certain people do not want to see the truth and will actually, you know, align against you for showing them the truth. People will see you as the bad guy for showing them the truth because it's either they believe you and see the truth or you're the liar. Even though you're pointing out who's the liar, instead of them believing you, they're going to make you the bad guy. Like, no, you can't be right. You have to be the bad guy because I can't afford that truth. I'm not willing to believe that truth. So be careful. You can thrive here easily. Once you see it, once you add up all those dynamics, I feel like what they're saying, again, you're going to get in on the inside with this situation, but like, instead of learning it slowly but surely over time, step back and really pay attention, really like, because when you're on the inside, people look different. People do different things. You may have had one opinion as somebody before, but when you see them on the inside, they act differently. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the politics of the situation. Like an example I would give, when I was in high school, I was completely naive to the politics of teachers. I did not understand it. I didn't even know it was a thing. You know, 10 years pass, and I had friends that were teachers, and then I got to understand the politics of how things really work. For example, certain people would move ahead in this sport or in this vocation or that situation. Kids would get these certain positions, not because they deserved it, but because this parent knew that parent, or this was connected to that person, or this teacher wanted that. And I just remember, like, when I figured it out, or when they were telling me this stuff, I was just, like, completely floored. The politics, the way the politics look on the outside versus the inside, I feel like you very much know that that's different. They're just trying to highlight it so you kind of enact that and handle that in the beginning, and get more conservative in the very beginning so this can go more your way from the very start instead of, like, learning the hard way. Because, all right, this is another reason, because I know some Libras. Libras like to talk, and that's a beautiful thing. Just be careful in the beginning. Just be careful. If you're aware of what you're doing and you stay on point, you'll be fine. I think it's a beautiful thing that Libras talk, because that's how things change, that's how things develop, that's how things get better. Just make sure it doesn't work against you. That's all. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and you have a great day.